Before you click that apply button on YouTube, stop first. This is because hitting 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 watch time hours does not guarantee you access into the YouTube monetization program. Yes, it is one thing to get the criteria and it is another thing to be accepted into the program. A lot of channels are rejected after applying for the YouTube partner program because of certain things that are currently sitting on their channel right now. Reused content, copyright problems, fake engagements, AI content issues, and even simple settings they failed to turn off on their channel. And trust me guys, once you get rejected, it can delay your monetization for weeks or even months. There are basically 5 things you should check on your channel before you click the apply now button immediately it pops up on your YouTube studio. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to remove, what you should turn off, and everything you should actually fix before clicking the apply now button to apply for the YouTube partner program. Number 1 thing you should actually check out for is copyright claims and strikes. Now for you to do this, I'm going to go to my screen and show you how you can actually access the copyright section in your YouTube studio. And we're going to be using this with the YouTube studio desktop version because you cannot access it with your mobile app. So I'm going to go to my screen right now and walk you through how you can actually detect if you have a copyright strike or a copyright claim on your channel so you can actually fix it. Let's go guys. So for you to access your YouTube studio desktop version, just go to Google and search for YouTube studio. YouTube studio dashboard. Okay, so this is the first one here. Just click on it. So guys, this is what your YouTube studio analytics looks like. Okay, now if you look above here, you're going to see active community guidelines strike, active community guideline strike warning. I actually have a warning on my channel. Okay, anytime you have a warning on your channel or you have a strike on your channel, they're going to give you a stipulated time the warning is actually going to expire. Okay, and you're expected to attend the copyright school, okay, so that you can actually learn what YouTube wants and what YouTube does not want. And after that, and after passing the class, you're going to be asked to wait for 3 months, which is 90 days. Okay, so in 90 days time, this warning is going to go away from my channel if by the grace of God I don't attract any copyright strike. So I'm being careful on my channel. I mind what I post right now and what I do not post. Okay, so if you want me to make a video on do's and don'ts of YouTube, what YouTube wants and what YouTube do not want, so that you can actually avoid copyright like this, because you see copyright warning can actually lead to a copyright strike. And once you have up to 2 strikes on your channel, and the third strike is going to make YouTube to delete your channel from YouTube. Okay, and you'll not be able to create any account on YouTube again. So please, you want to avoid anything that will actually warrant YouTube from giving you a warning strike, let alone 4th strike or even a 2nd strike. Okay, a lot of channels have been deleted on YouTube because of issues like this. So right now, I've been asked to apply for the YouTube partner program and I'm having an active community guideline strikes on my channel. So let's click on the warning. Okay, you can see your content was removed due to a violation of our community guidelines. You've received a warning. If you select take action, you can appeal if you think we got it wrong, and you can also take an optional training to remove the warning after 90 days. Okay, if you violate this policy again within 90 days of completing the policy training, you will get a strike. You won't be able to do things like upload, post, or live stream for 1 week. Yes, I got a warning. That was actually an AI video I posted where I was talking about how to get Grok AI for free. I made a video to talk about why YouTube removed that video. You can actually check it on my channel. Okay, explain how titles can actually make YouTube to remove your videos. Even your thumbnail can make YouTube to remove your videos. So you have to be very careful. And then I went ahead, I took the training. Okay, I did not appeal because I know I was wrong. After my research, I found that I was actually wrong. Okay, so I completed the training on March 23rd, 2026, and this is May. So basically, in June, this warning is going to be taken away from my channel by the grace of God. Okay, so guys, pray for me. Let me not go and fall victim again. I'm basically careful what I post on my channel right now. So this is it. take note of this. So if you just have a warning on your channel, it will not prevent YouTube from accepting you into the partner program. But if you have a strike, it is an issue. So just check. Okay. Now, I'm going to be showing you how you can go to the copyright section right now and check your videos one after the other. You need to check your videos one after the other, guys, because that is how you're going to ascertain if actually you have an issue. So if you come here, you're going to see dashboard, content analytics, community languages, content detection, okay, customization. So just click on your content. Click on your content. Now, if you click on content, you're going to see restrictions. Now it says, see if anything is limiting your video's audience or its ability to earn money. In some cases, you can take action to remove a restriction. Okay, you can see. So these are all my videos that I've posted. Okay, I'm checking out to see if they are copyright. This is how you can literally check out your own video. Okay, ensure you check your older videos. Check your older videos. Check your older videos. Okay. Ensure you check every video on your channel. Now, if you see videos with copyright claims, especially videos using music, movie clips, TV content, or reused videos, ensure you review them carefully, guys. Now, listen carefully. A copyright claim is not always dangerous. Okay, but if your entire channel depends heavily on reused copyrighted material, YouTube may see your channel as low originality. And if you have active community strikes, that is a serious issue, guys, like I've said from the beginning. Now, before applying, you need to delete every unnecessary copyrighted videos, trim copyrighted sections, replace copyrighted music, remove videos you don't fully own, okay, especially if you upload clips from TikTok, Facebook, movies, podcasts, football highlight or celebrity content without enough transformation. Okay. Now, click on this. Let's assume this video has a restriction. Now, you click on it. I don't have a video on my channel that has restrictions. I would have shown you how you can actually remove. Okay, I would have shown you how you can actually remove restrictions from your video. But then these are the ways you can actually check if you have an issue on your channel. Okay, now click on this end section. Now, if you want to apply for the YouTube Partner Program, this is the end session. Okay, start your journey, applying. I can see I already have the apply now, but I have not applied. I just have to, first of all, check my name. After you apply, we'll check if your channel follows YouTube monetization policies. If everything looks good, you are in. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is the first thing you should check for before clicking on this apply now. Okay, now after checking out for copyright strike, you need to go back to your videos, open your videos and watch your videos one after the other, starting from your older videos. Check out for reused content or even repetitive content. A lot of times somebody will upload a video, and because that video did very well, they will download that video and re-upload it on their channel again. And on your channel, you're having two videos with same structure, same thumbnail, same script. That is actually a reused content. That is actually one of the markers of reused content, and YouTube do not want that on your channel. I've actually come across channels that actually do this thing, and it is not good at all. This is where many people get rejected because YouTube wants originality. So before you upload, ask yourself, are you just reposting videos? Are your videos repetitive? Are you just using AI voices without any human value? Are you uploading clips with little editing? Are your shorts just copied from other creators, or are your shorts filled with collab features? If yes, please clean your channel immediately. Just ensure you delete those type of videos or you enlist them. You need to understand that YouTube is checking channels right now for inauthentic content. As a matter of fact, this is what is currently trending right now. And I've actually made 2 full videos talking about this same inauthentic content. Any channel that you see that is deleted on YouTube right now, especially faceless channels, all YouTube sends to them is that your channel has been demonetized for inauthentic content. And even those that are just trying to apply for the YouTube partner program, they still send them a message that you cannot join the YouTube partner program because of inauthentic content. This is what you should actually avoid, guys. You can watch that video where I talked about inauthentic content. It's going to give you a clue and an idea of what inauthentic content is and how you can actually avoid this. The third thing you should actually take care of on your channel is turn off fake or invalid engagements. If you are still using sub for sub groups, or you belong to a group where they say, oh, we are going to be engaging one another's video, and you know quite well that joining those groups will actually not help you. Okay, those people that are claiming, oh, they are going to be engaging on one another's video, they get tired. One thing about videos is that you don't force people. One thing about video is that if you keep dishing out value constantly, people will naturally come to watch your video. But if you belong to a group where everybody is forced to watch a particular video, some of them will watch and skip. From the beginning, it may actually look like the group is working. When I started this channel, I actually joined a group, and trust me, I didn't last 1 week in that group because I noticed that there's no way I'll be able to watch over 500 people in the group. Imagine you are in a group and 500 people are there, and they're saying you are going to watch videos from 500 people. Is it even realistic? So please, leave groups like that because they're going to hurt your channel. And when I stopped being in that group, I noticed that almost all of them unsubscribed from my channel. And since then, I told myself it is not necessary. Let me just focus, create consistent value on my channel, and people are going to subscribe. And right now, we are currently over 2,000 subscribers and counting. So please, take away yourself from sub for sub groups. All those fake engagement groups, please just leave there and focus on dishing value consistently on your channel. You need to understand that YouTube can actually detect fake engagements. If your channel watch hours looks unnatural, or monetization can be delayed or rejected. Now, I see a lot of YouTubers coming to announce that, oh, they can actually help you to get your 4,000 watch hours, or you should pay so amount of money, and that in 7 days, in 2 days, some persons are even coming to say in 2 days they got 4,000 watch hours. I feel like you should just calm down and check out for the integrity of those platforms. Check out for the integrity of how these people actually, get these things. And the funniest part is that some persons are just starting on YouTube and you're already patronizing. You're just 2 weeks on YouTube, or even 3 months on YouTube, or even 4 months, or even 2 months on YouTube, and you're already patronizing people that are saying, oh, they can help you to get your 4,000 watch hours. Now, if finally you get your 4,000 watch hours and you're not even consistent on your channel, you've not been posting consistently, you have just 10 videos on your channel in 3 months, showing lack of consistency, and then you eventually get your 4,000 watch hours. It is one thing to get your 1,000 subscribers. Even if YouTube finally accepts you into the monetization program, before you will see $100, you have to work. You have to work. So I feel like you should take your time. I can tell you for sure that I am glad I did not get monetized fast on YouTube. I did not get monetized in 6 months, or in 5 months, or in 3 months. Imagine if I had monetized that earlier. Trust me, I'm going to struggle to get views. I'm going to struggle to always meet the $100 threshold for YouTube to even pay me, because I have not built loyal audience at that point. I was still struggling with 20 views, 30 views, 50 views in 24 hours. But right now, I can boast of at least 100 views in 24 hours. I can boast of 500 views in 24 hours. I can boast of 300 views in 24 hours. My views have increased as a small channel. This is what taking your time to grow slow but steady on YouTube. I'm not saying that if you have a viral video on YouTube, it is bad. Okay, everybody is praying for virality, but before you even get that virality, ensure you have built an audience. Ensure you have videos that can actually keep those audience. A lot of people actually get viral videos, and sometimes these viral videos are even videos that are not in their niche, and that is what I call wasted engagements, because they come to your channel and you don't have any other thing. You don't have any other thing for them. But if you build your channel consistently on a clear niche, for example, I teach YouTube growth tutorials. I also teach you how to use AI tools to better create content on YouTube. Okay, everything is still aligning. So imagine I go viral on one of my AI tools. Okay, these people are going to come to watch my YouTube tutorial videos because they want to learn how to grow their faceless channels. They want to learn how to post their tutorial. They want to learn how to post their storytelling videos, and then it will go viral. And that is what I also teach on this channel. So going viral is good, but you have to go viral for the right reasons so that you're going to retain those people, those subscribers, because once you go viral, you're going to get enough watch hours, you're going to get enough subscribers. But then those subscribers would become loyal subscribers if you actually went viral for the right reason, and they come to your channel and say that you are creating videos that they actually want. So please stop buying watch hours, stop using bot traffic, stop refreshing your own videos repeatedly. Just keep on creating your content and improve on your title, improve on your thumbnail, and you're going to get there. Before clicking on that apply button, ensure your growth looks natural and consistent. If you know you've actually done all these things, you have videos that you've actually done all these things, please check your thumbnail as well. Check your thumbnail. Ensure your thumbnail are not looking the same, so it will not be termed mass produced. Every video on your channel must have different thumbnails. Number 4 thing you should actually check out for on your channel is your branding. Yes, review your entire channel branding. Many people actually ignore this. Before applying, add a proper channel banner. Add a profile picture. Organize your homepage. If you go to my homepage, I have a tutorial on this channel where you can actually, learn how to organize your homepage. If you want that tutorial, drop at the comment section and I'm going to send it to you. Add playlists to your channel. I also have a video on this channel on how to create YouTube playlists. Like I said, always ensure your thumbnails are consistent. You need to understand that at the point of applying for YouTube monetization, real humans are the ones that are going to review your channel. And when they enter your channel should immediately look trustworthy, serious, and original. Now, the number 5 and last thing you should actually check on your channel before clicking the apply now button is check your videos manually. Go to your videos one after the other, starting from the ones you've uploaded from day one. Watch your videos one after the other. Watch it like a stranger and ask yourself, will YouTube see this video as original? Am I truly adding value? Does this video sound automated or copied? Would this violate any policy? If you're watching those videos and then any video actually makes you feel unsure, please unlist it. Sometimes one problematic video can actually affect the entire process. And guys, honestly, it's better to lose one video than to lose your entire monetization approval. So please guys, don't rush because you finally saw the apply now button. Getting invited to apply is not the same as getting approved. Clean your channel first. Audit your content carefully. Remove risky videos. Fix your branding. And make sure your channel truly looks like a creator business, not a recycled content page. That one decision can actually save you from rejection. Remember, I'm going to be making a video on how I applied for YouTube monetization, or how to apply for YouTube monetization. Drop in the comment section if you would want that video. If you enjoyed this video, do well to like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload new videos like this, you're going to get notified. Please share this video and like so that YouTube is going to send it to more people. Thank you for watching. Bye.